The phone's screen glowed like a traitor's beacon in the dark, its light slicing through the quiet of our bedroom. I froze, my breath catching as I saw the message preview. Meet me tomorrow, same place. Don't tell him. My fingers hovered over the unlock button, trembling with a cocktail of dread and disbelief. It was 2 a.m., and Lila, my fiancée of 3 years, slept soundly beside me. Her soft exhales a cruel contrast to the storm erupting in my chest. The words on her phone weren't meant for me, but they cut deeper than any blade could. I didn't sleep that night. My mind churned, replaying every moment of our relationship like a film stuck on a loop. Lila's laugh, bright as summer, when we'd danced in the rain last June. The way she'd curl into me on the couch, her warmth a promise of forever. But now each memory felt tainted, like a photograph curling at the edges from invisible flames. Who was she meeting? Why the secrecy? I wanted to shake her awake, demand answers, but fear glued me to the bed. What if I was wrong? What if I was right? Morning came, heavy with fog that clung to our apartment windows like a shroud. Lila stirred, her hazel eyes catching the gray light as she smiled at me. "You're up early, Ethan," she said, her voice soft but carrying an edge I couldn't place. Was it guilt? Or was I imagining it? Projecting my paranoia onto her every word? I forced a smile, my lips tight. "Couldn't sleep," I mumbled, watching her closely as she reached for her phone. Her thumb swiped the screen, and her expression didn't flicker. No hesitation, no panic. Just the casual ease of someone with nothing to hide. Or everything to conceal. Over coffee, the kitchen smelled of burnt toast and unspoken questions. I studied her movements, the way her fingers twisted a strand of auburn hair, the slight tilt of her head when she laughed at something on her phone. Each gesture felt like a clue, but to what? "Big plans today?" I asked, keeping my tone light, though my heart hammered. She shrugged, sipping her coffee. "Just work, then maybe drinks with Sarah." Sarah? Her coworker. The name sounded hollow, a lie I couldn't prove. I nodded, swallowing the urge to grab her phone and scroll through every message, every call. The day dragged, each hour a slow drip of suspicion. I worked from home, my laptop open but untouched, my mind replaying that midnight message. Don't tell him. Him. Me. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was about a surprise, a gift for our upcoming wedding. But the secrecy gnawed at me, a splinter under my skin. I remembered the late nights Lila had been working, the way she'd started locking her phone, the faint scent of unfamiliar cologne on her scarf last week. Each detail, once dismissed as trivial, now loomed like a shadow in a storm. By evening, I couldn't sit still. Lila texted she'd be home late, blaming a project deadline. I paced our apartment, the hardwood creaking under my steps, the city's hum filtering through the walls. I needed answers, not excuses. Grabbing my keys, I drove to her office, the streets slick with rain that mirrored the chaos in my head. The parking lot was nearly empty, her car nowhere in sight. My stomach twisted. I called her, my thumb shaking as it pressed the screen. Voicemail. I called Sarah next, my voice steady despite the panic clawing my throat. "Hey, is Lila with you?" Sarah's pause was a heartbeat too long. No. She left work early. Said she had plans. Plans. The word echoed as I drove to the bar Lila always mentioned. A dimly lit place downtown with exposed brick and jazz humming through the air. I parked across the street, my car swallowed by shadows, and watched the entrance. My pulse thundered, each passing minute tightening the vice around my chest. Then I saw her. Lila, stepping out of a cab, her coat pulled tight against the drizzle. She wasn't alone. A man, tall, broad-shouldered, his face half hidden by a scarf, held the door for her. Their laughter carried across the street, sharp and intimate, slicing through me. I gripped the steering wheel, my knuckles white, as they disappeared inside. My mind screamed to storm in, confront them, but my body wouldn't move. What would I say? What if I'd misunderstood? Doubt and rage wrestled in my gut, each moment of indecision a fresh wound. I waited, the rain tapping a relentless rhythm on my windshield, until they emerged an hour later. His arm was around her waist, her head tilted toward him, their closeness a silent confession. I wanted to scream, to shatter the scene like glass, but I stayed frozen, a spectator to my own heartbreak. When Lila came home that night, The apartment was dark except for the faint glow of my laptop. She flicked on the light, startled to see me on the couch, her phone in my hand. "Ethan, what's wrong?" Her voice was a mix of concern and caution, her eyes darting to the device. I stood, my legs unsteady, and held it out. "Who's he?" My voice cracked, raw with the weight of the question. Her face paled, but she didn't flinch. "What are you talking about?" she said too quickly, her tone defensive. I unlocked her phone, her password, my birthday, a cruel irony, and opened the messages. Dozens of them, timestamps stretching back months. "Miss you. Can't wait to see you. Delete this." The air thickened, the room shrinking around us. "Ethan, it's not what you think," she started, but her voice wavered, betraying her. I laughed, a bitter sound that burned my throat. "Not what I think. I saw you, Lila. Tonight. With him." Her eyes widened, then dropped, guilt-etching lines across her face. She sank onto the couch, her hands twisting together. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered. "It was a mistake. A stupid, lonely mistake." Lonely. The word stung, sharper than the betrayal itself. Hadn't I been enough? Hadn't we been enough? I wanted to yell, to demand why, but the questions choked me. Instead I asked how long. Her silence was answer enough, but she spoke anyway, her voice barely audible. 6 months. 6 months of lies, of her body next to mine while her heart was elsewhere. I felt hollow, like a house gutted by fire, only the shell remaining. I walked to the window, staring at the city lights blurred by rain. "Why didn't you just leave?" I asked, not turning around. Her sob broke the silence. "Because I love you, Ethan. I still do." Love. It felt like a mockery now, a word stripped of meaning. I turned, meeting her tear-streaked face. "You don't love someone and do this," I said, my voice low, final. I wanted to hate her, to cast her as the villain, but her pain was real, her regret a mirror to my own guilt for not seeing the cracks sooner. Then came the twist, the final shard in an already shattered heart. "There's more," she said, her voice trembling. "I'm pregnant." The world tilted, my breath stolen. "Is it mine?" I asked, though I dreaded the answer. Her silence was louder than any confession. Her eyes pleading for forgiveness, I couldn't give. I walked out, the door clicking shut behind me, the sound echoing like a gunshot in the night.